Today I'm gonna spill the tea on my marketing machine. Marketing machine? Yes, a marketing machine. A machine that does all the marketing for me. Look, you guys know that I'm super passionate about Instagram, and as much as I love Instagram, it's super important to know that when you create content for one platform, you can actually repurpose it onto other platforms, or even better, when you create content for that platform, you can repurpose it within that same platform in different sort of formats. And today I will take you behind the scenes and show my whole repurposing strategy to you so you can also multiply your content. Ready for this? Then keep on watching. Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura, I'm a marketing and Instagram expert. I help service businesses build and scale their business with the power of Instagram. So if that's you, don't forget to hit subscribe so you can stay tuned for more content. Okay, let's dive right in and see how you can build a marketing machine over multiple channels. So first things first, you have different kind of channels. The first channels are your community channels. These channels are platforms like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook groups, or your very own email list. So those are the community channels. Then the second pillar are your search channels. These are channels that will score very well for search or SEO. So here we will have YouTube, Pinterest, or your blog posts on your website. And why it's so important to have these community and search channels is that community helps you, as the word says, build a community, build that tribe of raving fans that will be ready to buy from you. But search channels will really help you with reach over time. It's not necessarily a quick win, but search, again, in the long run is a really powerful one as well. So the aim is going to be to create content for a channel and then repurpose it into these different channels. So first things first, you're going to start creating content. I really want you to focus on creating long form content. So a perfect example would be, let's say, a YouTube video like I'm doing right now. So a long form video content, or let's say an Instagram carousel, because an Instagram carousel is often still up to 10 slides of value of content that you can then afterwards repurpose into something else. So once that's done, let's say you have a YouTube video or you have your 10 slides carousel, we will look at repurposing. So let's look at an example for Instagram, because I know a lot of you watching are actually a lot on Instagram and you probably create content for Instagram. So let's say you have a 10 slides value-packed carousel. How we can repurpose that is pretty simple. So first things first, if you're on LinkedIn, which is obviously still a great platform for professional networking, you can simply just change your carousel from JPEGs to a PDF and upload it as a share as a document on LinkedIn. So you can indeed just take that carousel from Instagram and turn it into a slideshow for LinkedIn. These formats are working really well on LinkedIn right now. It's just extra reach by just simply taking that Instagram carousel and throwing it onto LinkedIn as well with just 2-3 hashtags, a little description, and that's it. Then another platform that you could repurpose this Instagram carousel to is Pinterest. Pinterest is, as I mentioned before, great for search. Pinterest is pretty easy. You literally can take the first slide of your carousel, or you can create your own pins that you link then to that Instagram carousel so you can have more reach going to your Instagram. What you really need to be mindful for on Pinterest is really optimizing everything for search. So make sure that you optimize both your title and your description for search. Add in a couple of hashtags and there you go. And then you can even think of grabbing a little quote or a key takeaway from that Instagram carousel and turning it into a quote and just posting it as a tweet on Twitter. Same for a Facebook group. Why not just take that value-packed piece of content and post it onto your Facebook group as well, either as just the same pictures or taking the content and posting it as a post so you can provide value in your Facebook community as well. And then last of all, one of my favorites, why not take an Instagram carousel and turn it into an email as well? Yes, email marketing is super important because when you think about it, social media is still a rented platform. You don't own your account. You just have an account that you rent on a social media platform. Whereas an email list is still something that you own, so it's a connection that you own. Plus, it's a one-on-one connection. I send an email, you get the email straight in your email box. There's no algorithm or nothing else really affecting that. So again, I really, as always, urge you to build an email list early on. And obviously, once you have an email list, make sure that you nurture people on your email list. And a great way to do that is by taking your Instagram content that is working really well. So let's say you have a lot of carousels that gets a lot of saves. Why not take those carousels with the most saves and turn those into a value-packed email? So now I explained how you can repurpose, let's say, an Instagram carousel onto different platforms. Again, you can get creative with this, but it just shows that one piece of content can have a life on so many different platforms. However, you can also repurpose content onto the same platform. And this is actually one of my favorites, and this is something I do all the time. You can simply reuse a piece of content and change the format and repost it a few weeks or a few months after having posted the first one. And you might now be thinking, but Laura, people already saw that piece of content. Why would I want to repost that? Well, keep in mind that people do not see everything that you post, first of all. And second of all, people are just passively scrolling on Instagram. When you think about it, your own behavior, when you're on Instagram and you're scrolling, are you really actively paying attention to everything that you're seeing? I bet that you probably don't even remember what you saw on Instagram even 15 minutes ago. So again, that shows that you can reuse your content and people will not even really notice. And if they do notice, if that piece of content is valuable, they will be happy to be reminded of it. Actually, funny enough, people like a broken record. So again, there's nothing wrong with reposting your content after a few weeks or a few months after posting the first one. I'm gonna be sharing an example straight away, but in the meantime, if you're enjoying this video so far, please give it a thumbs up. It really means a lot. So for example, something I often do is when I have a really well-performing Instagram carousel, I will take that same piece of content and then a few weeks or a few months later, turn that same topic, that same sort of value into, let's say, an Instagram reel, a 15-second video, or I will turn it into a single post and show it more in an infographic style, but show the same value, but in something a lot more visual that is simply just on one simple slide. And then again, you can repurpose this new piece of content that came from your old piece of content onto different channels. Side note, actually, Instagram Reels is something you should definitely be repurposing to 2 channels. First one being Pinterest. Why? Because Pinterest is actually right now favoring video content. So surprisingly, my Reels are performing really well on Pinterest, and that drives extra reach to my Instagram profile, but also TikTok, because TikTok still has a very viral algorithm. So if you have a video that performs well on TikTok, that's still huge reach, extra audience that you could then afterwards send to your Instagram. Again, TikTok, great for going viral, but I would personally say that you can build a closer community on Instagram than on TikTok. So something you still often see people do is send people from their TikTok onto their Instagram, because your Instagram is going to be the place where you can in the end monetize, and especially as a business owner, that's going to be really important. So these were just some examples to really show you how much you can get done with your content if you think about being smart with repurposing. Repurposing either to other channels or repurposing to different formats onto the same channel. Again, people love seeing things a few times. They, first of all, do not realize that they've seen it before, and second of all, it really helps them be reminded of what's important. So there's no need for you to be creating content for every single channel. Just be smart and optimize it. One thing I do want to say is that if you're starting out right now with your business and you're doing a million things at the same time, do not prioritize setting up a marketing machine. I think a priority should be really nailing down one channel before diffusing it everywhere else. But once you get the hang of, let's say, Instagram, and Instagram's going quite well and your content creation is going well, then why not look at making sure that that content lives a longer life onto different platforms as well, and really setting up that marketing machine. Honestly, it doesn't take that much time, and it can still give you so much more reach, especially over time. Having those search channels will really help you bring in more and more reach over time. So that's it for this week's YouTube video. Funny enough, this is an Instagram carousel that I turned into a YouTube video. It was one of my most saved Instagram carousels. I knew it was highly valuable to you guys, and I figured I'd show it in a video content as well. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to stay tuned for more content, and thanks so much for watching. Bye!